Hello Tarot lovers, this is Jenna from Present Path Tarot, and today we're going to talk about the differences between Oracle decks and traditional Tarot decks. Please put your notes in the comments as to your favorite decks that you've used and subscribe to the channel. Let's go learn! So here's the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, which was based on the antique decks such as the Tarocchi and the Marseille decks, which had a very decored major arcana, which is presented with a couple cards at the top here, starting with the Fool, ending with the World. But the minor arcana became really drawn out into stories through A.E. Waite and Pamela Colman Smith's design that came out in 1910. So this is what most decks today are based on. It's 78 cards. It has 4 suits of minor arcana cards: swords for air, pentacles for earth, cups for water, and wands for fire. And then it also has the court cards, the page, knight, queen, and king. And the major arcana is its own suit, which shows something of the hero's quest. So this is the traditional tarot deck, and it's been used countless times and transformed many times. And actually, modern day playing cards are based on this very deck. These are some examples of modern oracle decks. So these are decks that have been designed by someone who was in love with an idea and they created a deck based on that. This is the Guide to Art Oracles at the top, written by Katya Tilevich and illustrated by Mikhail Sommer. And they just took each artist from the pantheon of art and talked about, gave some words to make you think about what that would mean to you if they came up in your day. The next in the middle is the Oracle of Mystic Moments deck, made by Katrin Wells Stein. And she just drew these beautiful paintings and then associated a meaning with each painting. And the deck on the bottom is called the Magical Unicorns deck by Doreen Virtue. And she, created a very kid-friendly deck where each unicorn image is related to a concept. So often oracle decks are conceptual ideas that are very much the creation of the person who made them and not reflective of a previously made deck or idea. Another form of oracle decks are ones that are based in traditional other divination forms. So the top row here is a Lenormand deck. It's 36 cards, and they have a different way of reading using what's called a grand tableau. And this particular deck is made by Kendra Hertu and Katrina Hill. It's called Under the Roses, Lenormand. So that's a system of its own. And then also this I Ching system, which is not traditionally a card system. It's a dice throwing or quarter throwing game that you design fortunes around. This is an I Ching deck that is beautifully designed by the same artist who did the Osho Zen Tarot. This particular one's called the Tao Oracle deck by Deva Padma. So you can see that these are both based in a traditional system of some kind, and these are modern versions. One other detail I want to explain is that some traditional tarot decks, like the Thoth deck, make a few changes. So in the Thoth deck, they changed Temperance to, Crowley changed Temperance to Art, and the Judgment card to the Aeon. And he also switched the Justice card with the Strength card in the ordering of things. It's still a tarot deck. It's only changed a couple things. Below here you can see that the Patch Tarot has added some cards in of the Truth, the Way, and the Light. And the Usi deck, U-U-S-I, Usi, has added a card called the Seeker, and it has the whole spread of moon phases. So those are still tarot decks. They just have added a couple extra cards or changed some things around. But they're still traditional tarot decks. Finally, here's a set of cards that I believe are called soul cards, but I don't have the box anymore. These cards are also oracle cards, but they did not give you any interpretation like the first set I showed. They are simply beautiful images for you to look at and interpret. These are great for therapists to use because it's whatever the client says it means. There's no right or wrong. And it's something to look at and really take in what messages you see in those cards. So this is a little tutorial on Oracle versus Tarot. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to the page. And if you really enjoyed it, please go ahead and make a donation. In the description, there's some details as to how you can do that. I hope you keep learning, and please write in the comments anything of questions you have or what you'd like to share about your favorite decks, either Oracle or Tarot. Thanks so much for joining.